Hi, welcome along to AFTV. Time to preview the game. Liverpool going to Anfield again to take on Liverpool. It wasn't a happy hunting ground on Monday where we got turned over 3-1 in the Premier League, but a chance of redemption going there in the Carabao Cup. Of course, it will be much changed teams. And to preview the game, I've got AGT from the COP TV on with me. How you doing, bro? Well, I know you're doing well.
I'm doing well, man. I'm doing well. Thanks for having me on. I appreciate it. It's very early, but still got my low morning voice, my Wheatos and my tea in it. So, but I'm well, Robbie. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good, man. I'm good. The game the other night, what did you make of it?
I think it was pretty much as we all expected it to be honest. I know there was definitely a few Arsenal fans that thought they could come and get something, maybe a draw, even a win in the best case scenario. But I mean, Doyle predicted 3-1. I predicted 3-1. So I hate to sound arrogant, Rob, but it was just as I expected, man.
Was it was a very close game though. Even though Liverpool had a lot of the control of the game, well, they controlled the game, right? But it wasn't really until that last-minute goal by Jota went in that you could sort of rest easy in the game. Would you say that?
Yeah, I think you were still in the game technically, even though we were completely, like you say, dominating. But at 2-1, there's always that chance. You know, you run the risk of not getting that third goal before the 65th, 75th, 80th minute, and you're definitely going to have a nervy last 10, 15. When Jota did bury that, you kind of realise that the game's over. But yeah, I mean, that goal was crucial because let's say the game went on another 10 minutes. You never know. Arsenal could have got that equaliser, and we're talking about a very different outcome. But I mean, listen, apart from that Lacazette goal, which we gifted you, and apart from that Lacazette one-on-one, I'm happy with how we limited, especially Aubameyang. I think obviously your biggest threat, isn't he? Limited him to very, very little. So I think if I'm rounding it up, I'm very happy with the performance. Yeah.
Now we had a little chat last night before
we did. Yeah.
He's having it right. I don't know. You were saying to me we were talking about the Mane incident, right? Now you said you were gonna. You did an Arsene Wenger on me and said that you didn't really get a chance to see it properly, right? And that you was going to go away and have another look at it. Now, after you've done your AGT VAR on it, right? What have you made of it since?
All right, a couple of points, right? First of all,
love it.
First of all, I think Mane was lucky not to get a yellow for his foul on Bellerin a couple of minutes before, and the foul you're talking about was only in the 3rd minute.
Yeah,
so
that
was on crud from the whistle,
man.
True.
He could have got 2 yellows. I thought that was one where the first one where the referee's like, "Oh, it's so early in the game." Yeah, but you do see those booked.
I'm not going to be biased and sit here, Rob, and say it wasn't this, it wasn't that, because if it happened to me, I'd be pointing the finger as well. And I think 3 minutes comes around, he does whatever you want to call it on Tierney. I mean, I think the two of them combined, Rob, equals a red. I think the two of them combined equals red. But because he gets away with the first one, the ref can only give him a yellow. And you have to remember, it's so early in the game. Not saying this is right or wrong at all. But the ref's thinking 3 minutes in, if I send him off here, I'm going to get... And the refs are already under the spotlight right now with the handballs. I think Mane obviously puts his elbow into the shoulder region of Tierney, and then it comes up and then hits him in the kind of neck area. And I think there's 2 screenshots to look at. One is this, when he's clearly elbowing him in the shoulder, as if like, get back, I'm dominating this ball. But then if you watch it again, and I've watched this so many times now, Rob, he gets him in this kind of area, but then he goes back and it slips up and hits him in the neck. When that all happens in real time, you're looking at it going, bang, bang, he's on the floor holding his face, that's the elbow. But when you break it down and slow it down, it starts here, but then goes up there. However, what I still will say is it's a yellow card, but the foul before that, I think, was a yellow card as well. So if you're asking me, was that a red card? No. But both fouls combined equals a red, in my opinion. But that would have meant that the ref would be giving Mane 2 yellow cards in 3 minutes, which I don't know if that's happened before in the Premier League. However, from the Arsenal side of things, I'd be well within my rights to think that Mane should have been off. However,
what about the Jota goal? And you know what, I am picking out these things, right? And it doesn't really change the fact that Liverpool were the better team. We have to admit that Liverpool dominated the game. You have to get on with the game that's then being played in front of you once decisions have gone against you. But the Jota one.
Listen, maybe I'm
just asking these questions. People were losing it.
I know, I saw it, mate. Lee Judge was going mad. Troops was going mad, and it was great to see. I love Troops, but when he goes off like that when his team's losing, I'm sorry, but it's quality content. I think that again, and this is potentially where Liverpool are lucky again, Robbie, that the refs were under so much spotlight with the handball. I think if you give that, I mean, Carragher probably would have been knocking on David Ellery's door in the morning if that was not given. And I think, listen, there's such a cry from the top pundits in the game now for this handball rule or non-handball rule to be scrapped. I think we're going to see a lot less penalties given. They predicted
that's handball though. I've looked at that.
His body was by his arm was by his body though. If his arm was out here and he's brought it back in, the only thing to save him, I think, is his arms are like this.
He controlled it with his hand.
It's here, isn't it? It's this kind of area. You could say it's the right breast area.
They're saying now, and you are right. It's so ridiculous now, this handball rule. But I think they're saying if it's sort of down from here and below, that's handball. And I think I don't know, man.
The thing is, as well, listen, we can all find the screenshots as well. We can all get the screenshots to suit that narrative or that argument. You can get the one of Mane doing that in his face, but I can find the one of him doing that in his shoulder. So, like you said on the phone last night, Rob, I don't look too tough at screenshots. I'd rather see it in real time. But listen, what I will say, 100%, is Arsenal do have a right to feel aggrieved with Mane not getting sent off with the 2 yellows combined. But I think with the Jota one, I think that's sour grapes. Like, maybe just leave that one because obviously, you didn't do enough to win the game.
I'm bitter, man. I'm bitter.
Obviously, yeah.
No, but anyway, listen. The end result is, forget incidents or whatever. Liverpool won the game. Now, obviously, Thursday night is going to be a different type of game because we will expect to see different types of teams. Do you think that Klopp will go with quite a strong team? The fact, because I was looking at it the other day, he's not actually won a domestic trophy, hasn't it? Apart, you take the league out of it, he hasn't won the FA Cup or League Cup, and obviously he's won everything else. He's probably thinking to himself, right, I need to add these others to
Which is a good position to be in if you've won all that, and all you have to do is win the League Cup
from the top. You know what I mean?
You're right. I think 2016, his first season, gets to the final. We lose on penalties to Man City in the League Cup. That would have been nice to have won that. I think he actually plays stronger teams in the League Cup over the FA Cup for some reason. I've seen us play in the FA Cup this season, last season, the season before, and it's almost like he doesn't really care. I'm not going to lie to you. But what I would say, Rob, is with our signings that we've made, is it an argument now to say that Liverpool's League Cup side is still a strong side? You in that team, you still have Adrian. You still listen, Adrian, for God's sake, like he's definitely not Alisson level. But if you have Adrian, I'm just going to try and predict the team. So Adrian, Williams, I think Van Dijk or Gomez has to play. We saw Reece Williams do really well against Lincoln the other night, so he might come in. But then you've got Tsimikas. In the midfield, you've got Milner, Curtis Jones, Keita, I think will start. And then up front, you've got Origi, Jota and Minamino. Like, I think personally, that still is a strong team. And that team, I think, would test a lot of Premier League first teams out. And then off the bench, you've got the likes of
Shaqiri as well, because Shaqiri played in the last.
I didn't even mention Shaqiri. I forgot that. And he could obviously come in as well. I'm not going to lie, Rob. I think Klopp could go fairly close to all out on this one, just so we can get through. Listen, we got you in the same round last year, I think. I just wish that we would get someone else apart from Arsenal and Chelsea in these cup games. Why can't we get a Newport or a Barnsley? Like,
well, you had that in the last round, didn't you? You had,
we had
the easy one in the last round.
Now we've got you, and I guarantee if we get past you, we'll get a City or a United.
We've had Leicester in the last round.
Yeah, you've got it unlucky as well. But you know who gets away with it every year? Man City.
Yeah,
I'd love to see them get a tough draw for once.
So it's going to be, by the sounds of what you're saying, is going to be a strong lineup. I'll talk about I'm going to be doing one over on your channel as well. I'll talk about our lineup on that one.
Yeah,
what I think it might be. But what do you think? How do you think it's going to be the outcome? Because the one thing about Liverpool is that the guys that come in will be told to play in exactly the same way as the rest of the teams the other night. And I also noticed that you didn't say Thiago. He's got COVID, right?
COVID. Yeah, that was
wow.
They kept that one under their hats, didn't they? I think there was these rumours that Alisson and Thiago were injured. It turns out Thiago got COVID. Can I ask though, Rob? How the hell is Thiago getting COVID? Who is he around to be getting that? I'm not gonna lie.
Maybe before he came. I don't know. He's just, who knows nowadays? Because there are, all the players now are in this bubble.
So they've all got their bubble.
Remember, he's come from outside the bubble, hasn't he? He's come from, you know, you signed him. He's come from Germany. Maybe he was sort of carrying it. Who knows? You know what I mean?
You would have thought,
they said there's 10 people in the Premier League that tested last week positive. That's a lot higher than what we've had in recent times, you know?
Yeah, I think Tsimikas had it when he joined as well, which maybe proves your point, Rob, that if you're coming from an outside country, you're more likely to bring it in. But you would have thought, though, a high-profile signing like that, you would have thought that he's at the airport in Munich before he even comes to Liverpool has the test. Or maybe 2 days before he comes to Liverpool has the test.
Did they do the test? Did they do the test during the medical as well?
I don't know. Or has he been carrying that virus, maybe unsymptomatically, around Melwood? We don't know. I'm just like, who's he been chilling with to get COVID? Like, you go training, you go yard, like you're in your bubble. Who's he been chilling with? I don't know.
I mean, I wish no ill on anybody.
Of course.
Like, you should have been chilling with everybody the other night, and then we might have got a result.
Hey, who knows? Who knows? That would have helped you. But how do I see this one? I think was your question.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go. It would be really interesting to hear your lineup prediction. I personally think Arsenal will put out a strong team. I think Arteta is not under pressure at all. But I do think a League Cup run would be great for the development of his squad, the depth that you have. I expect the midfield to be rotated. When you came last season, Willock had a great game. Martinelli had a great game. It's just the defence that I still am a bit excited to see, just because I do think that with our attackers, we can put some goals away. I'm going to go for 3-1 again, Rob.
3-1 again.
I'm going to go for 3-1 again.
Okay, you'll get my prediction. You'll get my prediction when I go on to TV. But Alex, thank you very much, mate. Looking forward to the game. We do it again Thursday. Arsenal visiting Liverpool at Anfield. No fans, of course, which is horrible. It would have been great. I remember the last year. It was great atmosphere.
Oh, that was a mad atmosphere.
Mad atmosphere. Because
turn around to your fans like, what? They started.
It was, and there were some brilliant goals in that game. If it's as exciting as it was last year, it should be a great game. Thanks a lot, Alex, and thanks everybody. Don't forget you can check out Alex on COP TV, excellent Liverpool channel. Link we'll put in the description. But yeah, looking forward to the game. No, this isn't a robbery at the end of the video. We are telling you about these brand new masks from Mask SC in football inspired colours. You can get your team on it. The link is in the description. Get on it right now.